these all around the world. Embalmers are seeing these clots, and they're seeing them actually in a high percentage of their corpses, unfortunately, John. And they've been seeing mostly over the last 3 years. I actually have a small vial of the clots that I can show the audience live. I'll turn it slowly around so people can see the consistency of them.
Yeah, you can see that really clearly. And what are they, and where did you get them, Tom?
Got these from embalmer Richard Hirschman, who was featured in the Died Suddenly movie. Richard's been sending vials of these out to laboratories and scientists all over the world, and he says it's a combination of the amyloid protein, fibrin. Our blood has fibrinogen in it that is in liquid form that then converts into fibrin when there's damage done to the lining of the veins or arteries. And that fibrin is white, and then there's also, he's found platelets in there too, and they're colorless. So that combination of fibrin, platelets, and this amyloid or amyloid-like material.
And they're collected by embalmers. So these have been taken directly from the circulatory system of the recently deceased. This is where these...
Because they're seeing them in bodies that are only an hour or two old and still warm. They have not been refrigerated. And there's no way, they say, these clots could have formed in the hour or two since the person was deceased.
That means, Tom, that these clots are almost certainly the cause of death.
Yes, I think it's you get this in your system, it's quite obvious it can cause strokes and heart attacks, right? A piece, breaks off and forms an embolism, for example, you can get a stroke. And one of the interesting things, John, is the traditional clots, like the grape jelly clots and the chicken fat clots that embalmers have been seeing forever.
Yeah,
they almost exclusively appear on the venous side of the body, but these white fibrous clots are appearing as well on the arterial side, on both the venous and the arterial side, which it's very uncommon for embalmers to see clots on the arterial side.
I mean, there's no question that if these were these things in arteries would just occlude the arteries, and of course you'd have a heart attack, of course you'd have a stroke. And the other thing I'm noticing, Tom, is if we look here, this has kind of got a branching structure. I think this is what you call a cast.
Yes.
It is essentially a mold from the inside of a piece of the vascular system.
That's what the embalmers believe as well, John, that it's actually taking you on, like you say, the shape of the main canal and then all the tributaries running off of it. Correct.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what this is like. I mean, I can't really see anything else that would cause that. And we've got some more examples.
And I spoke with embalmer Richard Hirschman recently, and Richard says that he has over 250 photos on his phone, Dr. Campbell, of clots coming out of over 250 different people. He's got examples of these white fibrous clots, as well as another issue we'll talk about called microclotting as well. So he's got photos from lots of people that he's embalmed.
So that scalpel there, again, would be about probably 8 inches long altogether. The blade would be a couple inches long. And I think what we're seeing here is we're seeing the blood clot that you would expect.
Right.
And these white things are just...
Yeah. On the and like I said, embalmers have been seeing